5 years later, the years that followed were a blur. Jace threw himself into the family business, determined to fulfill the expectations that had been placed on him since birth. He took the helm of his father's company, inheriting the role of CEO when his father retired. But the title, the power, the wealth, none of it filled the void that Kai had left in his heart. Jace became a different man in those 5 years. He was no longer the carefree, passionate young man who had fallen in love with Kai. He was a CEO, cold, calculating, and driven by ambition. He buried his emotions under layers of professionalism, making decisions that impacted thousands without a second thought. The business world demanded that of him, and he was more than willing to give it everything he had. But even with all the success, even with the power he wielded, there was always a part of him that felt incomplete. No matter how much he had achieved, no matter how many accolades he received, there was an emptiness that lingered in the back of his mind. The emptiness of not being with Kai, of never having had the chance to fight for their love. Every now and then, Jace would catch himself thinking about Kai. The way his eyes would light up when he smiled, the warmth of his hand in his own, the way they would talk about their dreams late into the night. But those memories were just that, memories, fading with time, impossible to recapture. One day, while walking through his office, Jace overheard a conversation between two of his employees. They were talking about a charity event coming up, and one of them mentioned that Kai was going to be there. Kai. Jace's heart skipped a beat at the mention of his name. For a moment, everything around him seemed to blur. He hadn't seen Kai in years, hadn't spoken to him since that night they broke up. But hearing his name, Kai, pulled at him in ways he couldn't explain. He didn't know why, but something deep inside him knew that he had to go, had to see Kai again. Even if it was just for a moment, even if nothing could ever go back to the way it was, Jace couldn't shake the feeling that this was something he had to do.